I'm going to open the meeting since. Are we ready? Okay. Hello, welcome to the February Economic Development Commission meeting. My name is Alondra May, and I'm the Economic and Business Development Manager. I'm the temporary chair for the moment, and I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:01 p.m. And then moving down the agenda, I will go into the election of officers. Are there any nominations for chair of Economic Development Commission?
I would like to nominate Kathy Carone as chair.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, favor.
Any abstentions? Any nays? Okay. I think we're good. Congratulations to Kathy Carone. She's our new chair of the Economic Development Commission. And I will give it over to Kathy, who will take over the rest of the agenda.
Okay. We're going to open up nominations now for vice chair.
I nominate Kathy Alexander for vice chair.
Any seconds? Oh, any other nominations? Any other nominations?
No.
I'll second that nomination. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm in favor.
Okay, Kathy Alexander will be the vice chair. Opening nominations now for secretary. And I'd like to nominate TJ for secretary. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Nominations are closed. Any second? I second. Okay, all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
I'm in favor.
Okay.
That was good. You're good at that.
Election of officers has been done. Okay, we're going to move down the agenda to public comment. This portion of the meeting is specifically set aside for comments from the public who are asked to limit their comments to 2 minutes. Any person interested in providing public comment remotely should email publicmeetings@rockyhillct.gov prior to 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting, at which time a link will be provided to attend the meeting, as well as instructions on how to participate. Any public comments? No? Okay. Agenda item 4 is approval of the minutes from November 18th. I believe we're going to table those approvals until the next meeting because the people that were at that meeting are not all in attendance.
You want to make a motion to table?
Yep.
I make a motion to table the meeting minutes from the previous meeting.
And I second. Okay, all in favor to table those?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay. Number 5, manager's report.
So the CGI America 250 banners are up on the Silestine Highway. I would like to give a special shout out to Dana DiPercio Electric for installing the banners, especially in these frigid temperatures. They were just installed in January. I believe that this is going to be the last time that we use CGI banners. We're trying to come up with a different idea with, a town base through the town, where we can do the same process. Myself or EDC commissioners can go to businesses and kind of say like, hey, we're doing this new program, and maybe the funds that we raise for this can potentially be used to create a new facade program. That's just an idea, so I would love your feedback with that.
Did we get a lot of response for banners?
I believe he said like 30 businesses, and I know there's a few duplicates because they could do like 1 banner, 5 banners, 10 banners, etc. So I believe he had 30 different businesses. So, and they look great, but I feel the town could do something, not anytime soon, probably next year. So there's plenty of time to figure it out, but. Obviously, if you guys have any suggestions about how we can the town can make our own banners, that would be awesome.
You mean to, specifically town banners with our emblem and everything?
Yeah, so instead of using CGI company and using them as like a
Oh, I
middleman
see what
type
you're saying.
thing, like
Right.
we could still use Dana DiPertio Electric, for example, if they would be willing to, but just cut out the CGI people. There's a few issues with people thinking it was a scam and
Oh.
communication issues of that sort.
Oh, so that's why we didn't get the additional businesses, because they didn't know who they were dealing with?
Something like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that one. If you guys have anything to,
I wonder if we could send out, like, to all our, how's that database coming along? Not to digress, but send out
the
something.
business directory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually just uploaded that to the town website today, actually, or yesterday. I don't have the emails listed on there because I would like that to remain internal and not for the public. So the actual email portion of the database, I'm still processing on my end, still gathering on my end.
I just
So
kind
we
of,
could potentially,
Right.
yeah, once we get the emails, we could send
from the
send them.
town to say, this is our contractor
Or,
that's working.
yes,
Yeah.
or just go in person, door to door. Like I could, summertime is
Oh,
a great
sure, and
time to
promote
do
it,
that.
right.
I can do that, or if you guys had the free time and wanted to help me with it, that would be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good.
Any more questions on that before I move on? Okay. So piggybacking off of America 250, we've been meeting with Weathersfield staff on how we can collaborate to celebrate the 250th anniversary, which is coming up on July 4th of this year. And additionally, we're just meeting to generate ideas of how to improve the Silestine Highway in general, infrastructure. They have a very different facade program that I was interested in. So we're kind of using our neighbors, being good neighbors, and working together to see how we can do some sort of celebration for America's 250th. There's, at this point, we don't have anything going on for America's 250th. I would love for like the Historical Society to get involved, Rocky Hill Arts Now to get involved potentially. But at the moment, we don't have much, so I would love to do a partnership with Weathersfield.
Does Weathersfield have a plan?
I think they're in the same boat as us, where they're sort of looking at what other towns are doing, because it's very open-ended. The state is pretty much like, hey, we want you to do this, and you have to raise your own money for it, and it can be whatever you want, but like we can't really help you. So it's up to the municipalities to raise their own money and organize it, and if they have the staff to do it. So yeah, it's, if you guys have any suggestions for like what we could do for America's 250 to make it Rocky Hill oriented, obviously, like pertaining to our community, that would be awesome, because that's one of the things that I'd really like to do that I'm kind of struggling with to get going. So yeah,
Do we have a budget idea?
no, not really. No, not that I know of.
I mean, it seems like when we do the concert at the amphitheater,
Yeah.
it's kind of a, seems to be like a lot of people enjoy that, even
Oh, yeah.
the summer movie nights. But maybe we could do a America 250 concert at the amphitheater and have a lot of vendors, local vendors, obviously, but a nice band. I don't know if we have the budget for fireworks, but the amphitheater is a good space to meet the town people.
It's a great idea.
I like that idea, because the community will come out for that.
Yeah.
Nice weather, once the weather breaks.
Exactly, and a concert, it's July 4th is like concert weekend.
Right.
Seems like something nice.
And
we
that
could
would be
do.
low cost too, right?
Right.
If
the
we do
vendors would
fireworks,
just-
I don't think fireworks would be
No,
a low cost.
Right, not with the
Well, the
fireworks,
I mean,
but,
we could combine it with surrounding towns, perhaps Cromwell, Weathersfield, if they don't have something, maybe
Right.
if we have the space and
Oh,
we could
yeah.
kind of allocate it, maybe we could.
Yeah.
July 4th without fireworks is almost,
that
I
would
know.
be good for that would be good for Weathersfield, because Weathersfield doesn't have an amphitheater. or
No, they
anything
don't.
like that.
No, I think they have like a cultural arts center that I
Right.
keep hearing about, but they don't have like
That
a
outdoor
concert.
venue that
Yeah.
they really don't have. They might like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea. We're due to meet again in March, so I can bring it up to them to collab and come to Weathersfield, potentially to come to us to do the amphitheater.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, invite, some of their vendors. We have that whole, kind of like they do
We
the
have a lot of
Italian.
Space for vendors.
Yeah, that
We
whole-
can do the lower park.
Sure.
We can make it a day event.
We have a lot of space for vendors. I bet you that a lot of them will come out for that.
Maybe
So we do like parade on that day or no?
A parade.
parade,
Yeah.
July 4th parade.
We don't do that, right?
We don't do it,
No.
but this is only for.
We do
yeah.
Memorial Day.
Memorial
so-
Day.
Just the
parade,
Memorial
yeah.
Day, not a 4th of July.
Maybe we could have like a little league game between the towns to make it more interactive between the towns, and then the concert in the evening.
Mhm.
So maybe
Oh,
that
yeah.
might be something, that way we get more involvement from towns and kids.
And the field is right there.
And the field is right there, that's why. So
Yeah.
everything at, everything at Elm Park, but, on Ridge, but that way, maybe we have Little League, or I'm not sure what games, I'm just saying,
Well, softball makes sense.
softball,
Yeah.
baseball, something like that. We play Cromwell, maybe we'll play Weathersfield, maybe we'll play each other, I don't know.
Yeah,
Throughout the day, make it an entire day event. and
Yep,
then
with the
top it off with
vendors,
the-
maybe
yeah.
a game going on, and then
Yeah.
that evening, the
I like
concert.
that.
In the evening with the concert,
Sure.
more vendors, and that way maybe we can also help raise some money for the fireworks, because I think it'll be an empty celebration without that. Right?
Yeah.
But when
Okay.
they do that Italian event there, the Italian
Yeah.
festival thing, they don't have fireworks, and the town comes out for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
last year, yeah.
So even if we didn't have the budget for fireworks, I think it still would be something.
Yeah, if we didn't have it,
Yeah.
we should still continue it. That shouldn't be the reason to not do something, but to make it a little extra.
All right. So I definitely like those ideas, and I can mention it to Weathersfield in our next meeting, and obviously the town manager and the mayor, and see what they think of that. So. Any other questions before I move on?
Nope.
Okay. We've been having ongoing meetings with the Connecticut Municipal Development Authority to expand the town center zone along the Silestine Highway. We should be updating the zoning regulations, and that's actually one of the things that Kim Ritchie, the town planner, is going to come talk about in our next meeting in March. She's going to talk about the plan of conservation and development, and also what the work we're doing with CMDA. There should be a map as well that we're working on, doing the finishing touches on currently, and I should have that for you for our next meeting. But it basically outlines what our current town center is now, and then what we want to expand it to in the future, including like the riverfront development. It doesn't go all the way down the Silestine Highway. It's a bit cut off, but there is potential to expand that in the future. Yeah, so it's CMDA, if you guys aren't familiar, it's run by David Corus. It's like a new agency, I guess, that was initiated by Governor Ned Lamont a couple years ago. They just got their funding last year, and they work with municipalities all across the state to help them with their zoning to make a downtown. Even if you don't have a downtown, if you have like the bones of a downtown, they can help you, give you suggestions, recommendations of, okay, you're off to a good start, and this is how we can improve. This is how you can update your zoning to improve mixed use, and not just apartments or anything like that. It has to be like mixed use and transportation and better infrastructure and all that. So, yeah, that's it.
I think that'll be interesting to see.
Yes, we're very excited. And David Corus is great to work with, and he's very knowledgeable. He's a really chill, go with the flow guy, and he did a presentation at town council, I think, over the summer. So I think there's a video you could probably watch back and see what he's talking about. And I think he, like, if he wanted to, he could come and like talk to the EDC. I could ask him maybe after Kim comes if you guys still have questions and all that.
How far down on the Silestein Highway? Is it Kelson? It's not going to go beyond.
So it starts at Kelson. It doesn't go past Kelson Row, and then going down towards Weathersfield, it stops, I want to say, by the Dunkin' Donuts next to Tara's Beauty Studio. Like, that's our downtown center now. And then they want to extend it a little bit past that, not to Parsonage Street, but like slightly before Parsonage Street. Sorry, I'm trying to like visualize the map in my head to be like, where does it stop and end? Yeah. Cool. And then moving down the report, we've been having ongoing meetings with the local manufacturer who wants to expand. I can't say the name of the manufacturer at the moment. It is confidential and it's still in progress. But they want to expand in Rocky Hill, and we are trying to help them any way possible. We're working with Advanced CT and DECD to help them with grants, and they're actually in the process of filing a grant right now. I think we just received news that they're eligible for this grant like 2 days ago, we found out. So yes, we are very excited for them. We're fingers crossed that it goes well. They're looking to move onto Brook Street potentially. So. And then moving on, I've been working with the mayor and the town manager to launch a food capital campaign. This is something that was initiated by the mayor, Alan Smith, and he has a statistic that apparently, this is something he found out, apparently we have, in Connecticut, we have the most restaurants per capita, and it turns out to be one restaurant per 290 people. So that's something we sort of want to work with to highlight Rocky Hill, to be like, hey, look at all these interesting, you know, the diversity of the restaurants that we have going on here. And I did the restaurant trail a few months ago, so we could kind of bounce off that as well. So we're in the very early stages of developing a campaign for that we would like to get going as soon as possible. So obviously, when I have more information, I will let you know as soon as I am able to. And if you guys have suggestions about how we can do a food capital campaign or like vlogging, I'm not good at like vlogging or blogging or any of that. We're looking at like influencers, but influencers are a bit expensive. So anything that you guys recommend, I'd be open to take your feedback with that.
For the restaurant trail, I noticed that it's a little difficult to actually find it on the website because you have to kind of go through
The economic development page.
Yeah. So is that something that we could, from an IT perspective, put it on our homepage? So it's actually like the link is there at least? So you can actually get to it quicker?
I think so. I have to ask because I did mention it to IT a couple months ago, and I didn't receive a response. So I'll have to...
Maybe right next to Alan's video where he's talking about Rocky Hill, you could actually maybe have him do the video that speaks to it and then have the link right there. Or even a Google search, a keyword search, you know, Restaurant Trail Rocky Hill, something like that. Google keywords would also help us promote it because it's good. I saw what you did with all the different restaurants and the links and everything. It's just, I only knew it because you said it at the meeting. I wouldn't have really looked for it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you know.
I was going to mention that, to
that's-
put it right on the webpage.
Yeah, and that might be a great way, even as even as restaurants maybe have some promotions coming up for, say, Valentine's Day, that might be a great way for us to even promote our local restaurants.
Good idea.
If we kind of get it out there, and then we can push out to the restaurants, asking them, if you guys have holiday specials coming up, let us know. We'll promote it, through our website, which will eventually go to Google Keywords, and it'll really help us.
All right. And then moving forward from that, I really like that idea, so I'm going
Oh, sorry, and
to,
just one more thing.
Yeah.
If on that restaurant trail, could we put something that says, if we have available spaces for a restaurant?
Oh.
If we have, like if someone is looking to open up a restaurant, and they just happen to be like, oh, I wonder what restaurants are already there, maybe we could have just a link that says, if you're looking to open, are you looking to come to Rocky Hill? Here's what we
Okay.
have available.
Yep.
Yeah. And that way, also, real estate agents or, brokers could also just be like, oh, I have a spot for you, X number of square feet, wherever it might be located.
all right. Anything else on that subject before we move on? Okay. And then the last thing on my report is an update on business visitations. I went to Timeout Tattoos like a month ago. I want to say a month ago. And then Salute, I went about 2 weeks ago. I had a great discussion with Andy. Shout out, Andy. And then I have an upcoming one, Doggy Dojo, on this Thursday at 1 o'clock, if anyone is able to join me. And then also we are going to CT Pharma, myself and the mayor. I know Mayor Smith is definitely coming to this one. And we just rescheduled it to Wednesday, February 25th, I believe, at 12:30. So if any of you guys are available and want to do a tour and check it out, then let me know, and I'll add you to the list of people that have to come. And they need a whole list of people, so it's very secure there.
You said February 25th?
Yeah.
Yes, it should be a Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I have for my report.
All righty. Other discussions or other business? Anything?
That's it for today.
I just have a question about Boondoggle. Boondoggle?
Oh,
The
boondoggle beers.
Boondoggle.
Doggle beers?
The-
Oh, yeah.
The brewery.
Yeah.
What's happening with that whole,
Uh,
anything from last meeting? I know
yeah,
we talked about it.
so we spoke with the owner of the property, Al Chuli, and he has the boondoggle beer is still interested, but they're not going to occupy as much space as we originally thought. They're kind of cutting back a little bit to kind of do like a phase one sort of thing, and then it all goes well, they'll move into the building, the brick building down there, and do a sort of phase two. And then there's a banquet facility interested and a restaurant that's not the brewery, a separate restaurant. That is local to Rocky Hill. I don't know what restaurant it is, but it's one of ours in town. And so they expressed to the owner that they're interested in going, I believe, to open a second location, not to move their location, but to expand. So, so there's still a lot happening with seeking grants to actually do the cleanup down there. I don't know if you guys have driven down there, but there's a lot of vehicles, and there was an issue with oil contamination at a couple different ends of the site. So they just completed the environmental testing, and now it's kind of a matter of, getting the money to clear the site and then hiring an architect to get some plans, and then coming back to town staff to say, here are my plans. And then once they actually have the plans, they can submit it to the state to go get state money, grants, and all that. So,
So we're not going to have a beach this summer.
no, I don't think.
I'm waiting to be able to go down to there,
I
sit
know.
under a hut.
No, I totally understand, and obviously that's a huge.
Oh, they had a whole blueprint. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's in such early stages, and the owner, he really wants to get something going with this, and if he can't make it work, he's like, oh, does the town want to buy it potentially? So he's trying different avenues, because he really wants to see something happen down there, and everybody.
Fell off that piece?
Like certain pieces, or because it's subdivided into 3 different.
I thought Boondoggle was interested in, weren't they interested in purchasing at one time?
I don't know. That could have been before I was, because this has been happening for so long. It could have
Yeah,
been before I was
right.
even hired.
I thought when he first came in and was in front of us, I thought his interest was purchasing but it,
I don't.
oh,
I don't know. I would have to.
In the same location?
Yeah.
yeah. I thought that's what I understood, but maybe not.
So you're saying that the owner is, if he can't figure out what to do, he is possibly considering selling that land to the town?
Yes.
Oh, to the town.
Yeah. Well, asking the town if
Oh.
they are interested in buying it.
What would we do with it? Rent it to Boondoggle?
I don't know. I don't know.
Great opportunity.
Recreation space. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different, thing, whole different story, I guess, to go into. But it's still very much up in the air. There's not any official plan, but the owner is really interested in moving forward with this and seeing something happen. So
Does he have a timeline that he wants to move forward with?
No, he didn't know. I don't think he mentioned a timeline, but I think now he has the information. He met with us. He knows what he needs to do. And now he can kind of move with that and hire an architect and all that. And we gave him suggestions. You should go to this engineering place or this architect. And yeah, so. So there's no set date, but fingers crossed that it's going to start happening soon. And I'll obviously, once I know more, I'll update you guys. So, yeah.
Perfect. All righty. Any other discussion? No?
Thanks.
Well, I guess we're ready to adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.